Shalom, Israel. We are back again. I hope everything is going well on your end. Well, look at here, Israel. Today we have Esau here, who calls himself a redneck and says he's very familiar with racism and so-called white supremacy. And it's time for his folks to take responsibility for the systemic racism and so-called white supremacy that has benefited his group of people. Let's get into it, Israel. Let's go ahead and hear what Esau has to say.
I'm coming to you here in my truck today. I got a Ford F-150, and I like it. Yeah, I'm a redneck. I always have been, but as rednecks were formed, many years I was a racist. I didn't like blacks. I used to call me N-word and whatnot. And now I come a point and realize there's some personal experiences. The white people are racist. Not all of them. But white culture is. Our white country is. Our nation is. Our American culture is full of white supremacy. And we live in a white supremacist culture that caters to white people. Everything from the media to education to art to culture to politics is whitewashed. What is not whitewashed? As far as the status quo, as far as the dominant culture, everything's whitewashed. This country was built for white people. And it's time us Americans, us white Americans, came to terms with that and realized we're benefiting from that.
Just to make a little comment here, he said this country is built for white people, which Esau's telling the truth. That is true. But what Esau did not say is that black people built America. America has been built on the backs of black people for many decades, hundreds of years now. Slaves built America, worked to the bone, sun up to sundown, day after day, and not 1 ounce of compensation has been paid to black folks for building America as the slaves. Every other group has seen some type of compensation. You have the fake Jews over there in Israel, the synagogue of Satan, still receiving checks from Germany. Every other group has seen some type of compensation. Even the Japanese has seen some type of compensation for taking those bombs during the World War. So let's just keep it real. Yes, America is a white country, but it was built on the back of the slaves with no compensation. But that's okay. I don't even believe in reparations. I don't think reparations are the answer. It's too late for that. The Most High Yahweh said he will make us whole. This reparation talk is just a bunch of hot air and nonsense. But the Most High says they will pay, and they will pay dearly for what they've done. Everything they did to us will be done to them times 2, according to the Most High. He said 1,000 years of slavery is coming their way, and the Most High is a man of his word. Let's continue, Israel.
We created slavery. We created a culture and a system of white supremacy that has benefited us for 400 years. You think maybe it's about time we stop being lazy as white people and take some fucking responsibility? I can tell you as an ex-redneck, as an ex-racist, now I'm still a redneck. I boat, fish, hunt, whatever the fuck I want to do. I'll drink a beer. I eat too much pork, barbecue. You can tell looking at me. But my point is, and yeah, y'all can call me fat. I don't give a damn. I'm going to always have a lot of haters. I always have. But there's a new South, a new America. That's called white racial responsibility. And it's time we all took some, y'all. So let's take a little bit of white racial responsibility. Let's start by standing up against it. Let's recognize that in every American institution, education, financial, healthcare, justice, for God's sake, it's injustice, in the police departments, and our police officers, many of them. And when I talk, I'm not talking about all. I ain't saying all white people are bad. I'm saying we've got an evil called white supremacy in this damn culture. Stop being defensive. Get off your fucking ass and do something about it. Speak up. Don't ever listen. Don't ever ignore racism. If you hear something racist, fucking stand up as a white American. Take some fucking responsibility. It's the inaction that has always destroyed other peoples and other nations. It's the inaction. It's the indifference. It's that damn, oh, well, it'll take care of itself attitude. Oh, I don't see color. By God, you better fucking see color. If you don't see color, then how the fuck you gonna help it? How you gonna fix it? Our system sees color. Our culture sees color. We're indoctrinated to see colors. Don't tell me you can't fucking see color. Motherfucker, see color. See the black experience. See the brown experience. See what we did to Native Americans. See what colonization did. Look at what the Crusades did. Get educated. Open a fucking book. Read. Watch a fucking video. Watch Roots again. Watch Malcolm X. Do something. Think outside of the fucking white box. Black people live it every fucking day. Brown people live it every fucking day. Think beyond your own fucking experience. Think beyond your own self. Imagine the privileges that you have just because of your fucking skin. I ain't saying you ain't suffered. We all suffer. Stop being defensive. What I'm saying is that we get certain privileges. We're not harassed by the police. Okay? We're not denied a house loan or denied to live in a neighborhood. We're not uncomfortable living in rural America. I'm not uncomfortable living in rural America, but I tell you what, a lot of black people don't even want to fucking drive through where I live. Why? Racist. We're fucking racist. So I'm not saying white people are bad. Stop being defensive. I'm saying take some fucking responsibility. All people are equal. God made us.
Whoa. Easy there, Esau. The Most High, Yahweh of Israel, said that his people are above all people upon the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 7:6. You guys want to look that up? So no, that's the irony of all this. It's with all this racism and white folks thinking that it's okay to be, no, the Most High God said, no, it's not okay. His people are supposed to be on top, and the Most High is going to put his people on top. And that's what we see going on around the world right now, is white people can feel the change. They know the change is coming. They know with every ounce of their being that this whole system is about to be dismantled. And the world as we know it is going to change. Most of them really haven't been able to put two and two together that black folks are about to be redeemed by the Most High Yahweh. They haven't got that far, and that's really a stretch for most of them to even believe, because they're all gassed up thinking that Trump and this military and their racist police force is going to stop the Most High from doing what he has promised to do. But they're going to see the full strength and the full wrath and the full vision. I meant to say vengeance. Vision and vengeance of the Most High when he comes to do his thing. He's not coming to mess around. He's not coming with hugs and kisses. He's not coming to play hopscotch and tic-tac-toe, Marco Polo. No. Hide and go seek. No. Yahweh ain't coming to go play no hide and go seek. He's coming to play search and destroy and redeem his people. It's going to be messy, and it's going to be unbelievably destructive. That's the word I'm looking for. Mass destruction. You haven't seen any weapons of mass destruction just yet. You haven't seen any. But you're about to. And a lot of them, you ain't even going to see it coming. You're just going to see the effects of it. So let's not even go down that road. that the Most High said we're all equal. No, he's about to make things right. He's about to put things back into balance, because things are so far out of balance right now. But everybody has been tested. Every nation of people. This has all been one huge test. The test for the enemy nation, the Edomites, was to see how they were going to treat the apple of the Most High's eye, the people who he has a deep love for. And based on how they treated the people of the Most High, that's how they are going to fare in the next world. You see how the test worked? So this guy actually making this video, he might have improved his lot in the next go around, because this is what the Most High is looking for. Who's willing to speak up and stand up for his people, and who's going to stay silent. There's going to be a lot of these Edomites who go before the Most High on that day, and the Most High is going to say, well, why didn't you stand up for my people? And they're going to have every excuse in the book. They thought this, they thought that. He's going to say, no. If you really had love for my people, you would have spoke up and said something. You would have spoke up and did something. But you did nothing. So here's your consequences for not doing nothing. So this Edomite is right. If you want to have a shot in the next kingdom, you better cleave to the house of Jacob. You better show some love for the house of Jacob. And if you don't want to do that, be ready to face the full wrath of the Most High and the consequences. And for Israel, of course, we're supposed to cleave to Yahweh with everything we got. We're supposed to stand with Yahweh with everything we got. And when somebody throws some false idol at us, we're supposed to throw that false idol to the side and not worship and follow that false idol. Doesn't matter what that false idol's called, the color of the false idol, the name of the false idol. And yes, I'm saying Yahweh Shai, that's a false idol, because the Most High Yahweh said we're supposed to worship him only. Stiff-neck Israel. Can't get that through a lot of thick skulls out there. The first commandment says don't worship anything other than Yahweh. If you can't get through the first commandment, woe unto you. Let's get into it.
It's that way. Well, let's knock this fucking supremacy out of our fucking country. So I'm just saying, white America, wake up. Look in the fucking racial mirror and look at what we have done. Look at how we benefit. And let's do something about it. Let's speak up. Let's vote. Let's create legislation and policies to fight against this shit. Let's make things fair and equal. Let's take some responsibility and never, ever, ever ignore any form of racism that you see or experience or witness. Always speak up and act up. Please. Thank you.
There you have it. Esau putting it down, saying speak up, do something, say something. He knows the change is on the horizon. That even if you don't speak up and say something, something is still going to go down. And change is still going to happen. This is prophesized. A lot of people think that this is some big game and this thing going to just keep rolling on forever. And the Most High is going to allow his people to be on the bottom forever. To be brutalized, oppressed, beat down in the streets. He just going to let this keep going forever. Of course, there's a lot of enemy nations that would have no problem with that. But that's not how the Most High script is written. He said you get a limited amount of time to abuse his people as punishment for us not following his laws and commandments. And when that time is up, that time is up. You're done. And that time is coming very, very soon. We can all feel it. It can come at any day now. It's time to stay focused, Israel. Even though we got people like this trying to make a last-ditch Hail Mary claim, it's too late for any of that. It's too late for legislation. It's too late to expect this government that's built off corruption, greed, slavery, oppression, white supremacy. It's too late to expect anything out of these people. That's not how these people are built or made. They're not made to want any type of real change. They're made to oppress even harder. And when their back's up against the wall, they just keep pressing back even harder. Just like Pharaoh. It's going to go down the exact same way. Except this time, the destruction is just going to be worldwide and widespread. And it's coming. It's time to get ready, Israel. Get your head on straight. And it is not even the time to even trust any of these enemy nations either. A lot of them speak with the forked tongue. Shouldn't trust them. We should trust Yahweh. That's who we should trust. He asked us to put our full faith and trust into Him. And He asked us to start looking out for each other. Let's look out for our people, Israel. Let's go hard all the way to the end. But thank you anyway, Esau. Appreciate the gesture. At least you're acknowledging some of the wicked things of the past. And that's a big step for a lot of y'all, because you want to be in denial. You want to be in delusion that any of this stuff even happened. So at least Esau acknowledged some of the wickedness of their past and some of the wrongdoings of their past. Let's stay focused on Yahweh, Israel. Most High willing, we're going to ride Yahweh till the wheels fall off, all the way into the kingdom. Most High willing. Shalom.